So basically, I added tools that you can wear in Minecraft. Yeah, that is me wearing a pickaxe on my head. And aside from looking absolutely hilarious, as you can see from Freak roaming about in the background, these tools actually come with a lot of very cool features, because as it turns out, using your head is actually a lot better than using your arms. Just trust me, it'll all make sense soon. Now, some of these features are actually really useful, and some of them are pretty silly to say the least. I mean, have you ever seen someone mine with their head? Yeah, I didn't think so, but now you have, so there you go. And as usual, if this video gets 5,000 likes, I will release the data pack for all of it used in the description down below. So if you want to be able to wear all your favorite tools on your head and look like Freak in the background, then you should definitely smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out when I do release it. Also guys, I just want to mention that I have an amazing Discord server, and I actually just got partnered, meaning I'm an official Discord partner, and we have an amazing server going with an epic community. So if you want to chat with me or my amazing community, join the link in the description or go to discord.gg/CommandGeek. Trust me, you will not regret it. So you may be wondering, how on earth can you wear a tool on your head in Minecraft? Well, it's actually very simple. Just take any tool you want. For example, if I want to wear this golden axe, I just throw it on the ground and sneak on it. And if you open your inventory, you'll see that I'm actually wearing a golden axe in my head slot, and you can see it there on my head. And that is exactly what Freak has done. He's wearing a... Really? Now, as I was saying, that is exactly what Freak has done here, except he is wearing a sword. But for example, if he wants to wear a diamond pickaxe, well, Freak, put on the diamond pickaxe. And now you can see he's actually wearing a diamond pickaxe on his head. It does look a little bit weird, that's for sure. But, I mean, come on. Have you ever seen a diamond pickaxe on someone's head before? Especially his head. Now, if I want to use the tool that's on my head, it's very simple. All I've got to do is walk up to some blocks, for example, the tree here, and simply look down. And it will actually break the blocks in front of me. So if we watch Freak do it... Look how silly that looks. He's actually mining it with his head. And this, of course, works for any item. So Freak puts on the iron pickaxe, and I'll also put on the iron pickaxe. So now you can see it's on my head. And we go into a cave. Well, we can actually do some mining. So if I want to mine some stone over here, I just mine some stone, and it actually breaks it. Or if I want to mine some iron, I can actually mine the iron, and I do get the ores. Now, Freak, if he does some mining, you can see that he's also breaking some blocks, and it's actually pretty useful for mining tunnels like this, because you can easily just bang your head into stuff, and now I've got a tunnel and a headache. Now, obviously, since I can wear any tool I want, I can also wear any material I want. So, for example, if I wear a wooden axe, I can go around and chop wood. However, every time I use the axe, it will actually take damage on my head. As you can see, the durability is now 58 out of 59. And it will take damage every time I use the axe. So you can see now it is actually down to 53, meaning the better the material, the longer it's going to last. If I put on the netherite axe, for example, you can see now it is on my head instead of the wooden one. It will also take damage, but since it has a lot more durability on it, it will make a much smaller difference. You can see it went to 2029 from 2031. So obviously wearing a better material axe will definitely be a lot better in the long run. Now, the cool thing about wearing a tool on your head is that it will be an exact copy of whatever you threw down. So for example, if Freak renames his axe to anything he wants, so he named it Fishy. Okay, what a great name. But if I throw this down now and sneak on it, you can see that in my head, it's an exact copy. It's actually named Fishy. You'll also have the same amount of durability, enchantments, and any other data that you put on it. And since they keep the enchantments, it will actually do whatever their enchantment will do. So Freak, if you give me an enchanted pickaxe, for example, let's see, this one is enchanted with Fortune 3, and if I put this on my head, you can see that on my head, it does look enchanted, and you can see here that it is enchanted on my head. And if I mine these diamonds, well, it will actually mine it with fortune. So you can see I got 3 diamonds, even though I only mined 2. And if I keep mining, see, that time I got another 3. This time I got only 2. This time I got a lot of diamonds there. I'm already up to 13. And if I keep mining this entire thing, you'll see that we get a lot more diamonds than we actually mine, because this thing has the Fortune 3 enchantment on it. So from that small bunch of diamonds, I actually almost got an entire stack just from using Fortune 3 on my head. But Fortune 3 obviously isn't the only enchantment that works. If Freak gives me a Silk Touch pickaxe, for example, this will also work. So if I put it on my head, then I can actually mine the grass, for example, and I will actually get the grass block. Whereas if I use the pickaxe without silk touch, I will only get the dirt block. So it really works with any enchantment you put on these pickaxes or any other tool you use. Now you may be wondering, but what happens when you put a sword on your head? Because swords obviously don't mine stuff. So let's just put it on our head and see what happens. If I walk up to this pig, for example, and I look down, it actually does damage to the pig, and I just killed it in only 2 hits, like an iron sword would. So if Freak now punches something, let's see how Freak can do. He actually kills it just by looking down with his head. Now, using this, you can actually kill things pretty easily. I mean, I don't know how much easier it is than just actually punching it, and it definitely will make you dizzy from moving your head like this all the time. But, I mean, come on, I just killed that guy with my head. Isn't that pretty cool? Now, to show just how ridiculous it is to fight with a sword on your head, Freak and I are going to do a bit of a 1v1 and see who's better to fight with their head, I guess. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness, he's actually doing... Wow. He killed me. Alright, let's give that one more go. So I'm going to see if I can kill him this time. Oh my goodness, he's actually really good with his head. And I can't... Oh, I got him. So it's definitely hard to aim because you're doing this all the time. But otherwise, it's perfect. I can kill him. Look at that. Killed him again. Now, to put this to the ultimate test, Freak is going to try and kill all of these husks over here only using his head, and we're going to see how well he can do. So Freak, whenever you're ready, just go and fight all those husks. Oh, and here he goes. So he's doing quite a bit of damage already just using his head, and they can't really get to him since he's killing them with his head, I guess. He's actually doing a lot of damage to a lot of them at the same time. So using your head actually gives you a very big advantage, honestly. Like, they can't even really get to him, although they did just punch him once there. Yeah, he's doing, honestly, very well. There's only a few husks left. You probably can kill them now with only a few more hits. And last one. Can you do it? Freak, you have just successfully killed a bunch of husks only using a sword on your head. But obviously it doesn't stop with swords, because if you put a hoe on your head, well, you can do something very interesting. That is, every time you look down, you can actually hoe the ground in front of you. So if we watch Freak do it, look at that. He's just hoeing the ground in front of him. Like any farmer would, I guess, and he can just plant the seeds behind him. So just like that, use your head and then plant the seeds, use your head, plant the seeds, and honestly, it's just a very genius way to do this. Again, it might give you a bit of a headache, but come on, like, you can do that. Look how much fun he's having. Freak, what are you doing? That's the new way to farm. This is how you farm now in Minecraft. You just shake your head violently. And finally, the coolest tool of them all on your head is the bow and the crossbow. Now, of course, you just put it down, sneak to put it on, and I'm wearing a bow on my head. You can see in my inventory, there's the bow. And of course, if you use the bow, well, Freak, show us what it does. It actually shoots an arrow. So Freak is trying to hit, well, the target's over there. It's definitely quite a bit harder. He just hit it. Wow, he hit that one as well. Now, it obviously is quite a bit harder because you can't even see where you're aiming. So if I give this a go, well, it's very hard. I can't see what I'm aiming at. But let's see if I can hit that target. No, I'm so far off. Freak, how are you doing that? Like, he actually is hitting it. Look at that. He's actually hitting it. Freak, you're a master at shooting something with your head. Now, obviously, the same goes for the crossbow. So if I put the crossbow on my head and Freak can do the same, well, you can still shoot the target. So it goes quite a bit farther and quite a bit higher, but still, it's still very hard to aim. I just hit it. Guys, look, I hit it. I guess Freak's still doing better than me. Freak, how are you so good? I didn't know you were so good at shooting with your head. But honestly, this just looks silly, to say the least. I mean, I've never seen anyone shoot like that. But the cool thing about using your head rather than using your hands is that you can just spam fire. So if I just go like that, well, I'll get very dizzy, but I will actually be able to spam shoot arrows. So Freak, give it a try. Look at that. He's basically a machine gun with his head. And, yeah, you're not aiming very well. So yeah, guys, you can finally put tools on your head and actually, well, work with your head. But anyway, that's it for this video. Definitely go subscribe to CommandFreak because we're trying to get him to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So go subscribe, and if you don't, he'll come and slap you with a fish. Look at his face. You don't want to get slapped by a fish by this guy. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.